Alright, well this is what I worked on today. I got all the foam pipes cut into halves or 3/4 and glued them onto my foam board. I decided I was going to texture the foam board before I glued them on, but I decided the Drylok has enough texture anyway, so I'm just going to use that to my advantage. And I also cut a gazillion of these. Yes, a gazillion is a technical term. Out of this, I started by slicing this in half. Whoop, focus. There you go. You can kind of see the little divots where the razor was. And then I cut those into thin strips. And then I manually wrap them around and there we go. I manually wrapped them around and pinched off how long it needs to go. And then I tried silicone, but silicone wasn't sticking. So I spent a couple hours burning my fingers gluing those on. But the hot glue worked really well. And everything's going to be covered with multiple coats of Drylok. So I know hot glue is okay for fish tanks, but the Drylok is going to make sure that everything's covered. My only concern is going to be these holes, these openings at the ends. And I do have the Pond Great Stuff. So once the silicone is 100% set, cured, I am going to shoot some of that Great Stuff on either end of these because it's going to be faster than cutting out discs and gluing them on with hot glue. And it'll be more secure because the air pressure might pop out those discs, so those holes, which are bigger on some and smaller on others, will be filled. Because I'm going to have coolie loaches in the 125. And yes, many of you are going, how are you putting that into a 125? Well, see the center line here? Once it's cured, I'm going to be cutting this right along this piece of bamboo so it kind of hides it. And then I'll put it together. I'll have to cut it before I paint it, obviously, but it's going to hide it. So this is what it's going to look like, excuse me, standing up. So, there you go. And I also bought some silk bamboo leaves that I'm going to be attaching at the top ends strategically. So, not too shabby. The background is, I don't know, I'm debating between a brown or a black. Like I said, it's a bamboo forest theme. However, I'm not going to paint like the sky or, I mean, a bamboo forest is pretty dark anyway, so it's going to be brown background, and the bamboo are going to be green and tan. So that's the color theme. Haven't done anything on the bookshelf for a hippie. I was going to paint tonight, but it's like 7 o'clock and I'm not feeling it. And it's never good to do something, to force yourself to do something when you're not feeling it, because you wind up screwing up. How do I know that? Gee, lots of experience. Anyway, that's the new, I was going to use that as a tub for her, but it turns out to be too big. I just bought it on an impulse, and it's going to be returned tomorrow when I have time. There's a smaller one coming in. It's a busing tray that I got at a restaurant store. That's going to be a little bit better suited for her. Because although she loves her water, she's like, that's like 25 times bigger than she is. So she doesn't need an Olympic-sized pool. Anyway, I'm done for the night, so thanks for listening to me babble.